This is such a powerful time, and it's really nice to join in community and join in synergy with all of you and celebrate this huge shift that we're all going through energetically. So I think we've got enough people in here to where, it's time to get started.
Yeah. And as people keep jumping on, we'll keep letting them on. So.
Okay, good. You got that under control?
Got it. We're managing it.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Good.
So just to remind, I was going to say, if anybody wants to get their area set up, light a candle, light some sage or Palo Santo, help yourself really get into this energy. But go ahead, Anne.
Grab your crystals, light your candles. I burned some sage and some rosemary beforehand just to clear my space, and the sage to really clear the energy, and then the rosemary for remembrance so that it can help us all to remember who we truly are and become our higher selves tonight. So with that, let's get started. This is exciting.
Yeah. So before we totally get started for tonight, we just want to introduce ourselves and let you guys know more about us, because I know some of you know Anne, some of you know myself. So I'm Khrystle Rea. I am a health coach, a fitness coach, and a Reiki master. And I have to tell you, the energy this week has been on another level. Like, I don't even know what's happening. So I am so excited for all of us to be here tonight. If you're feeling the same way, don't worry. You're in a safe place. But Anne, tell us about yourself.
So I'm Ann Hayman, and I started Moonifest Daily, and I have so many things that I've done in my life, but currently showing up as a holistic health practitioner. I love to do hypnosis, work with human design, and I really like to help people to find their higher selves so that they can step up and do what they came here to do. So with that, we are going to be doing a couple human design readings towards the end. So if you're interested in entering your information for the possibility of that happening for you, go ahead and make sure in the chat you select, it says 2, and usually it shows up, the default is everyone. If you click on that and you send the information just to me, Ann Hayman, send me your birth date, your time of your birth, and where you were born, I can pick a couple people and do some little mini, human design reading, so you can get a little bit of information on what that is and how that can help you to become your higher self. So it's kind of like a roadmap. So it's a really, really interesting modality that really helps you to kind of just go deeper. So awesome. I'm getting some. Make sure that you have your birthday, birth time, and where you were born, because I can't do it without all of that information. I need all of that. So if you were born out of the US, I need the country that you were born in too. So, and try to keep it in your local time, like where you were born in like your local time, because that's how I need to enter it. It's just like an astrology chart. I need to enter it in the time that you were born in your time zone. So yes, there we go. All right, I'm getting a bunch of them, so that's exciting.
So many to choose from, but now that we have all the housekeeping out of the way, let's kick off with a meditation, Anne.
Okay, so I have a crystal bowl here, and it's tuned to the third chakra, because I'm really feeling like that is the energy that is presenting. I asked for information from my guides, like what I should focus on, and what energy was presenting that needed some assistance in all of us in the collective. And so I received the message that the third chakra was really something that we really needed to come into tune. So what I want you to do is I want you to get comfortable. You can close your eyes. And if you're sitting, just plant your feet firmly on the ground. And I just want you to take a couple deep breaths. Close your eyes. And just take a deep breath in. And then go ahead and release that. And as you release that, pull your shoulders away from your ears. Kind of just move a little bit just to loosen things up a little bit. And I want you to be here now with us. Let go of anything that was going on before you came here. And just be here now. And I want you to imagine that your root chakra is growing roots into the earth below you, grounding you into the earth, creating a solid foundation for the sacred space that we're creating here today together. And with every breath you take, come more fully into this moment. And just continue to breathe as we join our energies together in synergy in this auspicious time in the wheel of the year. I want you to bring energy up through those roots into your first chakra, grounding you in. Bringing you more into the moment, more fully here, more fully present. Just continue to breathe, nourishing your body, calming your mind, joining together in synergy. And now you can bring your hands together in prayer position at your heart. And bring yourself back to the present moment. And feeling our energies connected, powerful in synergy. You can open your eyes and join us in the temple. And so I want to talk about the Wheel of the Year because it's a sacred practice as we gain awareness of the cycles that we go through. It helps us to prepare. It helps us to use the energies around us to help us to experience each energy more fully, to use it as a gift. Rather than getting stuck in energies, we're able to use them for our benefit and move forward and grow. And we can use this as a spiritual process. It's like an inhale and an exhale, right? We need both to nourish us.
Outside.
And so I want to talk about some of the the feelings and the emotions and the energies behind the winter solstice as we go inward. And those of you that are in the southern hemisphere, this is, I know that you're going into summer, but this energy that we're feeling right now is going, we're going inward. That's this time of year. It's natural feeling. And so I'm talking about winter, but it also applies to those of you in the southern hemisphere. And physically, this energy is calling for us to be more deeply in tune with the needs of our bodies. You know, like movement and rest are the medicine right now that we need. And we're creating compassion and space for ourselves in this time of inward growth. And so mentally, we're being called to use our wisdom and our heartfelt desires to bring to the surface anything that needs to be cleansed, anything that needs to be released, those things that we've outgrown, that are no longer serving us. Emotionally, we're allowing ourselves to experience the grief that's come up from this year. We've all lost our ways of life. We've lost our routines. We've lost our way forward. We've lost the things that we enjoy doing. We've lost our connection with our routines. And that's really unsettling. And we're all feeling the grief of that, and in that shift and in that change. And so letting go of the people, places, and things, and the routines and the things that we used to do that were really not serving us, that we were doing out of obligation or things like that. Letting go of those things and moving forward into this new way of life, however it is a healthy way to deal with the grief of losing the past. It's never going to be the same. Even if everything comes back to the way that we thought it was, we've changed. And so nothing can be the same. We've all learned so much over this last year of shifting and changing, and we've all gone so deeply within, and this time of year is calling to us to really pay attention and honor all of those things that we've learned this year. And so it's been really important. None of this has happened for naught. We've all gone through these processes, you know, that going within right now is helping us to honor those and really be grateful for those experiences that we've gone through this year. And so spiritually, we're spending more time in quiet contemplation, and we're allowing meditation and connection with our heart to come back in line. We're letting go of being angry about, you know, the shifting, and that we had to change, that we were forced to give up things that we didn't want to give up. We're coming to terms with those things, and we're having like almost like a rebirth sort of thing happening right now. And so as we end this year and we go forth into this new year, I really want to ask you a couple questions so you can really tap into the energy that's coming up. And so if you have a pen and paper, write down these 3 questions. I would love for you to spend some time after we're done answering these things, because we're going to go a little deeper into some energy healing, and we're going to do some Reiki and things like that are really going to help us to tap in. But I want you to have these questions in your mind as we go into these deeper spaces within, okay? So the first one is, what are my intentions for this season or cycle? What is my body craving? And what is my energy seeking to express through itself? Those 3 questions are really important, because going forward with intentions is going to help us to create a path that we can walk on with confidence. And it's going to allow us to go through the rest of this cycle and honor it, rather than fighting the energy of this inward pull, where we feel like, we have to do something or move forward or take action. This is a time of going within and asking for answers and soul searching and finding what we really desire, what we really want, so that when the time comes to take the action in the next season, we're able to do that. We're able to have the energy, because if we're just going all the time and we never rest, we're never recovering, we're never rejuvenating. And so this is a really important time right now, where we can really tap into the energies of the planet, of the universe, and allow it to, fill us back up, fill us up so that we have the energy to move forward on our journey. Okay? So have those 3 questions in your mind. The first one, I'll go over them one more time just so that you have them. What are my intentions? What is my body craving? And what energy am I seeking to express? So this solstice is really activating the third chakra through these energies. And I want to talk a little bit about the imbalances and the energies of the third chakra. And so if you're not familiar with where the third chakra is, it is right, it's like right at your solar plexus, right in like your gut. It's like that gut feeling. It's like that that energy. It's like halfway, between your heart and your belly button. It's between your emotions and your heart and that love energy. And the key word of the solar plexus is power, and the emotion is confidence. And the meditative focus that you want to, when you're tapping into this energy, is really thinking about your personal power. And so if you're wanting to work with this chakra and build it up and help yourself to really tap into it, the mantra, I am connected with my personal power, is something that you can repeat to yourself over and over when you're in meditation to really bring you into that energy. And so I want to talk a little bit about the energies of what the imbalance is when we're feeling a little bit off in the third chakra. You can experience these type of issues like controlling behaviors, digestive issues, liver issues, pancreatic diseases. All of those things are because of an imbalance of the third chakra. Eating disorders, poor anger management, feelings of powerlessness, feeling a lack of safety, extreme laziness and lethargy. Those kinds of things are what you're going to experience if that third chakra is imbalanced. But when you're balanced in that third chakra and you feel in harmony with that energy, you feel secure emotionally, and you're able to be flexible physically and emotionally. You're well nourished. You have a strong willpower. You develop discernment. You feel confident and strong, and you know your personal power. And so when you close your eyes and you relax into the energy of the third chakra, notice how you're feeling. Notice how it's, are you feeling confident and strong, or are you feeling, like you don't know what to do, or you're confused or nervous or scared? Really tapping into that energy and finding where you stand with it is a first clue on what actions you need to take to really balance that third chakra. And so I want to talk a little bit about how to bring that energy into your third chakra, and then we're going to do like an energy cord cutting exercise. Khrystle's going to do it. It's going to be amazing, and we're going to be able to work with this energy. But for a second, I want to just tap into this energy and find how you're feeling, if you feel balanced or if you feel an imbalance in that area. So I want you to take your hands, and I want you to just place it. You could use either your left or your right hand, and I want you just to place it on your solar plexus, which is right where your rib cage comes together in the center. And I just want you to close your eyes and breathe into that area. And I'm gonna sing this bowl just to help you tune in. And just feel into this area. And when you breathe, I want you to send your breath into this area. And in your mind's eye, I want you to see it glowing bright yellow. I want you to see it spinning freely, clearing away any blockages. Empowering you. Filling you with confidence. And I want you to imagine this ball of energy. It's glowing bright yellow. I want you to imagine it growing bigger. So this ball of energy is now holding your complete full body, surrounding you with bright yellow light. Now I want you to imagine it's growing even larger, and it encompasses and holds your whole household. All your family that lives in your house, your plants, your pets. It's all surrounded by this beautiful yellow light. And now I want you to expand this energy even bigger to include your neighborhood, everyone that lives there, all the trees, all the animals. And now expand it even bigger to include the state you live in, all the people, all the animals, all the life surrounded by this beautiful yellow light. Feeling the synergy that connects you to the collective. And now I want you to grow that energy even bigger to include our whole planet. So the entire planet is included in your yellow light, glowing beautifully, connecting all the living things that live on this earth in synergy. And now what I want you to do is shrink that energy back into yourself. Pull it all back in, all your energy, pull it all back into yourself. And I want you to see that beautiful yellow light swirling and spinning, free of any obstruction, any blockages, spinning freely, bright yellow light, sending your breath to this beautiful energy. Big exhale. Now Khrystle is going to lead us through a really beautiful energy cleanse.
So, as we were saying before, right now we're really about letting go. And my goal for you guys, if we can do this from an energetic perspective, whether it be conscious, subconscious, if you can leave everything in 2020 and it's all staying there and not bring it into 2021, just imagine how much lighter you're going to feel. And so we're going to use the next few minutes to really make that our goal. Everything and anything is staying. So I want you to keep your eyes closed, and I'm going to play some music in the background. If the music's too loud, let me know. But I want you to imagine this beautiful white and pink light coming down through above you from the universe, spirit, whatever you want to call it. And it's entering into your crown chakra. It's a swirling white and pink light. And it's running through all of your chakras, connecting into your earth soul. So this point a few inches below your feet, this chakra. And now you're connected from the earth up in, through your soul up into the sky. And as this light is flowing, this beautiful swirling white and pink light, it's activating every single one of your chakra points. And so we'll start with the root chakra. It's a beautiful red light beaming out of you. Open, clear. Your sacral chakra, which is around your pelvic area, is a beautiful orange, glowing hue, a ball beaming up out of you. It's cleared, it's balanced. We're going to go back to our solar plexus. That beautiful yellow light that we just connected to is beaming. It's clear, it's balanced. We move up into our heart chakra, a beautiful green, whirling, balanced, open, and clear. We move to our throat chakra, a wonderful blue. It's blue energy, just expanding your voice out as we clear and balance it. Our third eye chakra, beautiful purple, clear and balanced. Our white crown chakra, shooting up into the sky as it blends with that white and pink light that's just flowing all through us. And so right now we're going to invite Archangel Michael to join us. So Archangel Michael, Archangel Michael, Archangel Michael, please assist us tonight with clearing and disconnecting us from anything and everything, and anyone, in any situation or memory or habit or thought pattern. Please help disconnect us, cut those energies. And right now, what you could do is you can take your hands with your fingers completely together, and you can move down from the top of your head through the front of your body with your palms facing your body. And then you can kind of clear your hands out when you get to the bottom. And then you could take your hands up through your back. And so we're just really clearing out all of this energy. Anybody else, any other energy that's in our space that is not serving us, that is not welcomed, that is not loving, we just gently ask for it to leave, and we ask Archangel Michael to assist us with disconnecting us from all these things. And so now that we're disconnecting from everybody, I want you to call your energy back in. I want you to bring back any energy that is floating out there, that has been connected to other people. Bring it back into your space. It's filling you up. It's making you whole. And as you're going through this exercise, just imagine yourself getting lighter and lighter and lighter, letting go everything. And if you want, you can even take your hands and just kind of like move your hands over your arms, move them over your legs. Just get that energy off. And so I just want you to reconnect in with that white and pink light that's coming down, filling you up with love, feeling all that love. And as you bring yourself back in, reconnecting with yourself, there's so much love. And so we could just take our hands over our heart for a second and really breathe in love into that space, allowing ourselves to heal in the way that's best for ourselves and bring in this love. Let's take another deep breath in. One more. And so I want you to thank Archangel Michael for assisting us tonight with this process. And I want you to just shake your body out. So like, if you want to stand up, go for it. But you could just sit in your chair, but like literally just like shake your hands, shake your body, just move around, get that energy out of you. 2020, staying in 2020, anything before 2020 is staying back there. We are now lighter and we are now moving into 2021 new. We're allowing ourselves to be reborn. And so I just wanted to do a quick card pull for you guys tonight, just to give us some clarity as to what it is we can really focus on in 2021. And I'm going to be using the Threads of Fate deck. Any of you guys have know it. But we're just going to do a quick mind, body, spirit pull. And just see what kind of guidance comes up tonight for 2021 when it comes to our mind, our body, and our spirit. Woo. Well, we got some jumpers. All right, we're gonna throw those back in the deck. Okay. All right, so tonight for our mind, which I feel like is such an interesting card to get for our minds, but I picked Sacred Sexuality. And, you know, I feel like with this card, what it's really just helping us understand is that each of us individually is sacred, right? Our power, our energy, our mind, it's all sacred. And so how you spend your time or your energy or the relationships, the boundaries, I think just really is going to make a difference. And so I just feel that this card is reminding us that with our mind, you know, I feel like it's a funny card to get for your mind. But really connect into yourself and your inner self and allow yourself to have stronger boundaries. And also remember that like there's that balance in the one creativity just came to me, right? Like we're here to create. We're here to be creators, and all of us have the potential of creating and the potential of abundance. And so we can use our mind and our energy in a different type of way when it comes to creation or, tapping into our sexuality. And I do feel like this is something, own it, like own it in a sense, just own how it is that you feel. And so that's what I'm feeling for the mind. And then for the body, we picked ancestors. And, I've had this theme come up a lot in 2020, ancestors. And I really feel like it's just remembering where we're coming from. We are a body, and our body is a temple, and it's our house. And there's still all these generations behind us, and we're here healing those generations. And so connecting with our ancestors in whatever way that feels fitting for you may help with healing whatever it is in the body, or just reconnecting into the earth, reconnecting into nature. So that's what I'm feeling for our body. And then for spirit or our soul, reclaim. And with reclaim, I feel like it's what I was saying before, really. It's time to reclaim your personal power. It's time to take ownership, and if you want to make a change, make the change, but understand the power that you have inside of you, and you can do whatever, like you can reclaim it and own your spirituality and own whatever sacredness there is for you. But I feel like with spirit, it's just about reclaiming our own ability to connect in with spirit and the divine. And this is something that I am so pro, and I know Anna's pro this too. It's about empowering each other to trust your intuitive self and your intuitive guidance, and understand that what you're seeking is inside of you, and you can find the answers. And yeah, that's just what I'm feeling when it comes to reclaim. So
Those cards really speak to me, obviously, because you pulled the first one for me the other day, right? When you were the Reiki session that you did for me, that really like affected me, you know what I mean? And really spoke to me. And I feel like that last card about the reclaim, that's like totally what this energy is about right now. Like that's where we're at, like we're all there, like on this new, like on this precipice of like this new way of being, this new paradigm that we're all bringing in. And I've heard so many things about how there's so many different schools of thought of why this solstice is powerful. There's stars aligning, there's planets aligning, there's they say like, the beginning of the age of Aquarius, and just the besides the energy of solstice and the wheel of the year, and besides the fact that it's in the waxing moon, and the energy is amplified, and and we're all, besides the fact that like we are all feeling this shift. Like if you're here tonight, like that's why you're magnetically drawn to be here tonight, is because you're feeling it too. It's not just like it's just one of us. Like this is a huge validation for all of us, that we're all a part of this new puzzle that we're all putting together, right? And we all have to stand up and be our authentic selves right now. Because if you're not being your authentic self, then you're almost like creating a puzzle that's like we're unable to solve it, right? Because we all need each other to be who we are, so that we can complete the puzzle together. And so those of us that are feeling called to lead forward and to become our higher selves and to, you know, really take responsibility for our thoughts and our feelings and our actions and set intentions to really step up in this new year, you know, and do the things that maybe, you know, this year it helped you to realize that you were on a path that wasn't really moving you towards, you know, your true higher self, or maybe you got more clarity, or maybe you totally pivoted and like shifted everything all together and you feel like you're called to do something new this coming year. Whatever it is, you know, you need to honor that, and you need to really embody that and bring that forward and put that into, like, you know, action, because we all need you to. Like, it's not like we just, you know, have these thoughts like, oh, I want to do this thing. It's like you're feeling called to do that thing because you agreed to do it before you even came here. Okay. Like, you know, I'm gonna pull, I've got 3 human design charts that I pulled up from the list of those that sent me those. Thank you so much for sending me those, by the way. So exciting. There are so many projectors here tonight. I can't even like believe how many of you are like projectors. That's such a rare energy type for human design, and here we've attracted all these projectors, which is amazing, because, you know, that's the energy that we're moving into, is really projecting that energy out and really stepping up and allowing you know, these new energies and these new thoughts to like work through us and you know, manifest really into this new world that we're creating. And so I know that this, you know, can sound a little bit airy fairy and kind of like woo and out there, but, you know, this is like the reality of what's happening. You know, there's so many things that happened this year that opened people up in a way that like it had to take this kind of thing to do. You know, things have come to the surface that we couldn't have even imagined. You know, like, how could we have imagined that, you know, we would all know the things that we know, and we've all had the experiences that we've had because we were forced to go within and like actually look at ourselves and slow down enough, the gift to slow down enough to really go within and examine where we're headed, and like be able to like change our path and change our trajectory to like really align with who we came here to be. And so I'm going to do a couple polls here. I'm going to tell you who they are. Let me grab them really quick. So the first one that I pulled was Alyssa Seaback. And so I want to find, can you find her, Khrystle, so that you can, Alyssa, Alyssa, Seaback. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. I hope so. If you can unmute her.
Yep. Oh, perfect.
Hi.
Hi.
So I pulled your chart up, and you are a projector in human design. And a projector really needs to wait for the invitation before they act. And they really need to pay attention to you know, the fact that people are listening, because you have so much information and you have the ability to really use the information that you're downloading to help people. You're really here to like help people see themselves and be able to share the information that you're bringing in. But you need to wait and make sure that you have the people in front of you that are wanting your knowledge. Because if you try to share things with people that aren't ready for that, you're going to come across as pushy and you know, like controlling and those things. And really the best way to be able to find the receptive people is to be your authentic self and start talking about the things that you feel passionate about. And you've got things in your energy field that are like magnets, and those are the things that you feel really, really passionate about, that you feel you've probably felt called to have these things in your life for a really long time. And so I just want to validate that those things are what you're supposed to be focusing on, and to step up with confidence and really authentically share those things with the world, so that those that need to hear your wisdom the experiences that you've gone through, you know, they're going to be drawn to you because you're speaking it out and you're putting it out into the world so that they can find you. And so the way that you're going to find, your body's going to tell you yes or no in different ways. And so for you, when you start feeling a bitterness, or you know, just a dissatisfaction with life or with a situation or with a path that you're on, I want you to recognize that as your body telling you no. Your body's going to tell you in this way so that you can get back on your correct path. Because when you're on your correct path, you're feeling successful. You feel like things are working for you and it feels really good. And so those are the ways that your body is going to tell you a yes or no when you're making decisions and when you're moving forward, so that you can tell if you're on the correct path and really honoring your higher self, or if you're you know, doing things to either please other people or things that people think that you should be doing, you know, when you're really attached to action that is aligned with your higher self, you're going to have that satisfied feeling and you're going to be able to like move forward, because you know, you're really good at bringing information in and sharing that. But when you share with the wrong people, it just ends up draining you and you end up feeling almost obligated and annoyed with it. And so paying attention to your body is really going to help you to know if the situations that you're in are the correct ones for you. So you know, you've got a lot of energy, and you know, your incarnation cross is showing me that like you're here to really create a sense of community with people, because you feel a sense of tension almost, and it's like you want to get beyond that and create peace in situations. And so you're able to deal with situations where other people, you know, may want to step out and may like bow out, but you're in for the long haul. You're 100% in for those things that you're really called here to do. So I just, you know, beg of you to be brave and remember why you're here and act accordingly to your design, and really step forward in those situations where you feel really called to share information with people that are receptive to your teachings. So you know, a couple ways of realizing that you're out of alignment are asking yourself, like, do you have something to prove? Are you here to attract attention? Do you know when enough is enough? And you know, are you looking for direction and love? When you're feeling those questions coming up, know that you're a little bit off path and that you need to go within and spend some time redirecting and evaluating your actions so that you can get back to acting as your higher self again. So that's my little reading for you. I hope that that's helpful, and I hope that that resonates.
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
Good. Okay, so the next one that I picked is Sherry Copeland. If you could unmute her, my friend Sherry. Sherry's a projector too. She's Sherry.
I found her.
Okay, good.
Cool.
Hi, Sherry.
Hi.
So I pulled your chart up, and you're a projector as well. And so some of that information, like the waiting for the invitation and the bitterness coming up, showing you that you're on the wrong path, and the feeling of success showing you that you're on the right path, is the same as Alyssa's. The thing that you have against you, or not against you, that's going for you, is that your authority is that you're a really good sounding board. You're really good. You listen to people, and you're so receptive, and you people come to you. They're like attracted to you to really they want to share what's going on with them. They want to share their knowledge with you. They want to hear what you think. They want your opinions. They want to hear yeah, are you a yes for this? Like, does this sound like a good idea? You know, is this a good idea for business? Is this a good idea for my life? People probably just like come to you like crazy, you know, like crazy with all these questions. But the thing for you is that you have to remember that you're not here to answer everyone's questions. You're only here to answer the questions of the people that you feel called to answer. Like, you're under no obligation. Just because you're a good sounding board doesn't mean that you need to listen to everyone. And so you can get really distracted with other people's problems, you know, trying to find solutions for people. That is just not, it doesn't have, it's not your path here. You know, like, it's like taking care of people and doing things for them that they should be doing for themselves. Like you doing it keeps them from having to learn how to take care of that themselves. And so they just stay, you know, really like unable to like move forward on their own path because they're like dependent on you, right? And so making sure that the people that you're helping are the right people by checking in with your body again and making sure, do I feel the bitterness, or do I feel like this is something that I want to do? Is this exciting to me? Does this feel like I'm getting energy out of it rather than I'm just putting energy out all the time, right? And so, you know, your incarnation cross, which is your purpose here, is the right angle cross of penetration. And so I know that sounds interesting, but it's really like you're here to cut through all the bullshit. You're here to like cut through and get down to like the real nitty gritty of things. You're here to like bring it down to the basics and, you know, really pay attention to that foundation and build that foundation. You just have to make sure that the information that you're sharing with people really resonates with you, and also is a necessary, like for you to share with them feels necessary to you, and that it feeds you at the same time. Because I just see in your chart, like you've got, you know, your questions are like making sure that you don't have anything to prove. Like, do I know when enough is enough? Am I in a hurry to get things done so I can feel free of the pressure of having to do them? All of these things are ways that you can check in and make sure that you're on the right path. Because if it's something that feels like an obligation for you, it's not for you. You are not here to be obligated to other people. You're here to share your energy and your wisdom and your knowledge with them, you know, to help, and but for it also to energize you as well, because your energy type doesn't really have its own energy force. And so you really need to connect with people who have energy. Like, you can't hang out with low vibe people. You just can't. Because if you do, you're going to end up feeling like crap all the time. You're going to start manifesting blocks in your life. Energy sucks, you know, you're going to find yourself developing health issues, all kinds of things. So you really do need to pay attention to who you hang out with, the energy that you surround yourself with, and, you know, what you're putting in your body is really important. You need to, you know, really stick to a diet that makes you feel good and gives you energy. You know, if you eat certain foods and you notice that it's dragging you down, you need to take those things out, because you maintaining your energy is really important. So I hope that that resonates and validates some of the things that you've had coming up.
Absolutely. That was awesome. Very helpful. Thank you so
Good.
much.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So the third one is Danielle, and I don't have a last name. I'm hoping there's only one Danielle on here.
It looks like there's only one Danielle. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. So let's see here. Danielle, you are a manifesting generator. So a manifesting generator is really amazing, because you also have the ability to bring energy in and channel information. At the same time, you have the energy to share that information and to act upon it. And so you're not just a channeler, you're also a responder, right? You can respond to the energy and the information that you're getting from other people, from the universe, from wherever you're channeling information from. You're able to take that action because you have the sacral energy that's let's see, like, okay, so the manifestors bring in the information, the generators act upon it, and the generators are 70% of the population is a generator, and they're the workforce. They're the ones that, you know, built like the Industrial Revolution. They're the ones that like built the cities and, you know, and did all these things. They wake up in the morning full of energy, ready to go. They need to use all of their energy throughout the day so that they can sleep at night, because if they don't, they're like up, like just like thinking about all these things and going over all the things in their head about how they can, you know, what they need to do and what they didn't do that day, and, you know, all of these things. And so for you, it's really important for you to move your body every day. And so, you know, this is when you're going to get the most information, is when you're moving. So going for walks, working out, those kinds of things, you really, really, really need to move your body to stay aligned and to stay connected to your higher self. You're not the kind of person that's like can really like sit still in a meditation, I sense. For you, it's more about like, you know, a moving meditation where, you know, you're listening to music and dancing, or, you know, like that's when the information is going to come in for you. That's where you're going to find that peace. You know, and you're going to find yourself in situations where you feel frustrated, or, you know, you feel like this isn't for me, or you're just like hating it. That's your body telling you that it's a no in any way, you know, with people, places, situations. Feeling that frustration is definitely a no for you. But when you're satisfied and you feel like a certain satisfaction with things, and you feel like things are going your way, and it's like, you know, that feeling of like, yeah, that's your body telling you yes. And you need to pay attention to those two signals, because if you're out of alignment, you're going to start creating all kinds of emotional issues where you might feel depressed. You might feel down on yourself. You might not be able to connect with the people that you love around you, because you've got this like emotional upheaval going on, because you're stuck in a situation that you just don't want to be in, right? And so it's really important for you to to pay attention to your body and pay attention to your emotions. Also, I want to touch on that when you're making decisions, I want you to make sure that you give yourself time to go through your full emotional wave before you make a decision. You're not one that can do like snap decisions. You're not here to make split decisions. Like, it's just not who you are. You know, like things like, you know, do you want vanilla or chocolate? Of course, like you're able to decide then. That might even be a hard decision actually, because you'll probably pick one and then later on you really wish that you'd gotten the other. But that's just, you know, that's just how you are. And so you need to honor that. And so taking a little bit of time to decide, especially big decisions, is really important for you. And you need a lot of time by yourself, recovering from interactions with a lot of people, making sure that you check in and notice when you're feeling like done with a situation and done with being around people. That's your body's signal of like, I need to go within and check in and like recover and do things that feel good, and, you know, nourish your body, restore your mind kind of thing. Go for a walk, get out there, do whatever it is that you need to do to get back to yourself. And, you know, going back, we're going to send out this recording, but going back and doing that energy cord releasing and coming back to yourself is really important, especially for you to recover and be able to move into the next situation with, you know, like a full battery. And so I hope that resonates and validates some of the things that you've been going through, and, you know, like kind of opens up the path to like see where you need to move forward.
Yeah, definitely. That really resonated. Thank you. Good.
Yeah. So yeah, human design is really powerful. And I mean, as you can see, it's one of those things that it's like a roadmap for your energy flow. It's a blueprint of your energetic body, of your higher self. And so it shows you like who you're here to be, and also shows you who you're not here to be. You know, like we're all conditioned to think that we need to be a certain way because of society, because of our parents. You know, I was taught like, oh, you're so intelligent, you should be, you know, like you know, an architect, you should be like a mathematician, you should be all these things. And like, all I wanted to do as a kid was be outside. I just wanted to like go climb a tree and like read a book and just like escape, you know, because I wasn't really into like the school stuff. Like it didn't, I mean, I was good at it because I could just take tests, and I love tests, like weirdly. But I mean, I don't want to learn things that I don't want to learn. And I sense that a lot of empaths are like that. You know, in school, you know, you're forced to learn all these things that like really don't feel that important to us as energy, you know, based people, as like spiritual based people. And so, you know, really honoring who you are and being your authentic self and allowing yourself to follow your desires rather than the desires of those around you that they have for you is the most important thing, especially moving into this new year. You know, we're all here to, like I said, be that puzzle piece that we need to be so that we can finish the puzzle together and create this like whole new paradigm together. And so I just encourage you to go within. And if you have the chance to check out your human design chart, please do it, because it's been one of the most amazingly helpful things for me to do, just to validate myself and to like really find what I'm here to do, and to do those things with confidence, right? You know, like, and validate those things so that I'm not like going, well, should I be doing this? Maybe I should be doing that. Like, I don't know, like maybe, you know, like all of these things. My incarnation cross is the left angle cross of love. And so I'm here to love. I'm here to purely love people and purely, you know, express that love for other people and to help other people to step into that place within themselves that allows them to act from their heart. And so I, you know, like knowing that is like, oh yeah, that's why I'm here. Like that makes total sense to me, you know, like now I can let go of feeling like I need to teach them like algebra or something like that, you know, like my parents wanted me to or something, you know, like it's so much more validating for me to know these things. So, you know, I just encourage you, you know, if you need help decoding your chart, I'm always here. You can email me, you know, respond to the invite to this activation if you want, and we can discuss, you know, like setting up a reading or whatever you need to do. So I just encourage you, because human design really has changed my life. So it's just one of those tools that can help you to move forward very quickly, you know, especially if you have doubts or feel stuck at all in any way. So yeah, that's my human design spiel.
It's such powerful work.
It really is. It really is. And it's like when I do readings, people are always just like, wow, like, how did you know all those things? Like, I feel so validated, you know, like how does it show you that? And it's like, then when I go in and I show them the like visual representation of what I'm reading and showing them, it's just like, oh, wow, like that's so, it's like proof, you know, it's not just like you're doing an intuitive reading. It's like you're really actually like showing me like, this is why I feel this way, or this is why I act this way. So it's a really powerful modality for sure. So with that, we've got a couple things that we both feel like are kind of like the next step of things. And so for me, I have been working on something for the last 3 years, and I feel like it's finally time to release it. I've tested out some of the modalities and some of the modules throughout the last couple of years. Maybe some of you have been in some of those. I noticed a couple of people that went through my last test of some of the materials, and now I've put it all together, and it's an amazing offering. I'm really proud of it, and I'm really excited because I feel like I need to be a part of it just as much as I need to share it with everyone else. But it's called Activated Consciousness, and it's a 12-week program that basically introduces you to your higher self and helps you really step up and become that higher self. Like we do hypnosis, there's live sessions where we work together, there's modules that walk you through like why this year happened the way it did, why we had to go through the challenges that we went through, you know, what we can gain from them, you know, like why are we like in survival mode and how can we get back into thrive mode, you know, what are all these healing states like, you know, anxiety and worry and doubt and fear, like what are all of these things trying to teach us? because they're just healing states. It's not like we're supposed to be stuck in anxiety forever. It's our body trying to tell us something. And so I go through and I break down all of these different things so that you can understand and gain the wisdom from all of these different emotions that this year has brought up in all of us. The big one being grief. And so I created a program that helps walk you through how to process grief and how to use it to empower yourself to move forward and become your higher self, and find your purpose and find that sacred service that you feel so called to do, but you just feel kind of stuck, like there's so many things that are coming up right now that are like overwhelming, and like all of these low vibe emotions that we're getting stuck in because the collective around us is feeling very fearful and feeling very very stuck in the grief. And I don't think that very many people realize that they're not processing it. They're not moving forward in it. They're kind of just like sitting in their dirty diapers, which feels gross. I mean, nobody wants to be stuck in a dirty diaper, we all want to move on and like do that next thing. And so this program that I created really helps you to do that. And so I've got an early bird price up for everyone until the 29th of December. And so if you feel called, go ahead and check it out. No pressure. I just wanted to bring your awareness to it. If you're looking for the next step, if you're looking for guidance and help, rewriting your brain so that you can create new habits. They say you can't teach old dogs new tricks, which is such a lie, such a lie. We're able to create new habits by working with NLP and working with hypnosis and putting our brain in different brain states that actually like open us up to be more receptive to new situations and learning new things. So I teach you like how to channel information, what guides to listen to. I mean, it's really deep. So if you want to check it out, you can go to annhayman.com. I'm going to put the link in the chat, and you can go check it out. And if you have any questions, email me. If the payment plan doesn't work for you and you need a little bit longer for it to be extended, let me know. We can work with anything. I just really feel called to create this community, which is like a huge part of this course too, because I created a community chat. It's almost like a Facebook group, but it's not on Facebook because I'm kind of moving away from that. And it's hosted on my website, and we can all get together in there and discuss things and, stay connected and validate each other, because I feel like community is such a huge part that we're all missing. We're all so disconnected from each other, and coming back together and being a part of a group in synergy is something that I feel like is so healing, that I want for myself just as much as I want for everyone else. And so that's the big reason why I'm launching it in January. I'm launching it on 1/11. So it's the day before the new moon, which I think is such a, auspicious time anyways. But, with that numerology 1/11, I was like, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to go for it then. So like I said, if you feel called, check it out. It's at annhayman.com. So, and I'm always here to answer any questions. So that's that. And I'm going to put the link in the chat.
Your program sounds unreal. Like, I love the fact that it's really targeting somebody's higher purpose. Like, it's so dope.
It's really, I feel like this is what's needed. And the weird thing of when I created it, I wasn't really trying to do this. Like, I didn't know, like, and you can see from some of the videos when you're in the membership site, it's like, they're old. I created them all. Like, I look like a completely different person because I've shifted so much since doing this work. Like, it really helped me. I went through the program as I created it, as I downloaded and channeled the information. It helped me to shift and grow into my higher self where I thought I already was, and it shifted me even higher. And so, like, if you've been following me at all over the last year, you've noticed that I've gone through tremendous change and huge growth spurts. And it's because of this work that I've done. I went through the program too. So You know, it wasn't just like I created it for people to purchase. I created it for like, it was my process. This is what I went through over the last couple of years. And it was just like, it just came out. And I thought it was for empaths. And then 2020 happened. And it's like, this is for everybody, you know, because everybody's realizing the depth and the call to like do something big, you know, but there's some weird thing that's like stuck in that, you know, like limiting beliefs or whatever it is that's keeping you stuck from being able to like really embody that higher self. You know, it was like I just was able to kind of just like cut all of that out and come back to like the real authentic peace, you know, and that's like coming back to your higher self. So yeah, it was like a labor of love. I love it. It's like I birthed the baby.
Well, I'm really excited for you.
Thanks. You
And
have
so-
something amazing too.
Well, yeah. So I was thinking we can talk a little bit about Reiki for any of you guys who are not sure of what Reiki is. And we're going to end up closing this call tonight with another meditation in Reiki, but we do have a special bonus for you guys that we're going to talk about as well. So Reiki, what it is it is a energetic healing modality that originated in Japan. And I also do workshops online. I'm doing a workshop on this Sunday to attune people to be a Reiki 2 healer. But basically with Reiki, it's just about connecting into spirit and channeling healing to the person. I personally am not healing anybody. I'm just the channel, right? I'm just the vessel. So the healing is really happening between the person receiving the Reiki and spirit. And the thing I love about it is that for me, Reiki has just been a gateway, like the door into opening up my spirituality, into connecting me more with spirit, into learning how to trust my intuition more. And then first off, also, it feels amazing. Like when I send Reiki to other people, it literally like I get blissed out. Like it's addicting. Like I feel so energetically alive. And Reiki doesn't drain the person who is sending it. So as a Reiki healer, you don't become drained. So what else is I just thinking? I totally just went on a tangent. But with Reiki, it also just helps with clearing out your aura. It helps with rebalancing the body, rebalancing the chakras. It can help with physical pain. So real quick story. August of last year, I decided to be like cool. And my now fiance, he was like, oh, I bet you can't jump on those boxes. We're fitness geeks. So we were in the gym and I was like, oh, I could jump on the box. No problem. I didn't secure it. And it was like a double box. And I went to jump on it. He's holding his phone trying to record me. And I jump on it. The box flies out from under my feet. I'm in the air, horizontal, land on my elbow and my wrist. My elbow's swollen for 3 weeks. I can't even put up my hair. I can't bend my elbow. I can't bend, like my wrist is shot. So I'm like this in Vegas. He didn't end up recording it. He could have just caught me. I'm like, you didn't even get a video. You could have caught me. But anyway, what happened was that immediately after I did that, I started throwing Reiki on it. And I do think that because of the Reiki, I didn't end up, like Reiki is capable of healing on another level. Like crazy things have happened with Reiki energy. And I don't have anything broken. My shoulder's cool. My elbow's cool. My wrist works. Like something helped, right? So that's just a physical example. But also Reiki really helps from an emotional release. And I've used Reiki to send it to former versions of myself. You can send it to the past. You can send it to the future. We can send it via distance, hence why I'm going to be able to do this tonight. And some of you may end up feeling something, you know, everybody receives Reiki differently. And so on that note, before I do the meditation, I do want you to know that it is common to feel tingling. It's common to feel like waves coming over you. You might see shapes, you might see colors. You might have like sensations in your body. Sometimes I gulp a lot or like my stomach gurgles. So just know that with Reiki, you can feel it. You can sometimes really feel the energy. And after, and I'll remind you of this again, definitely please have water, because what Reiki is doing is it is rebalancing the body and it does start to help detox the body a little bit. And so we want to use the water to help flush us out. But we do have a really fun bonus, and that is if you guys decide to do a Reiki session with myself, like a 30-minute session or a 50-minute session, and sign up to work with Anne by 12/29, we're going to be doing a bonus call on February 11th at 8 o'clock. I don't know if you want to talk more about the bonus at all.
So the bonus, I'm going to do some hypnosis, and we're going to do some NLP stuff, and we're going to help kind of just break down some of the things that come up between now and then. So there's going to be many energy shifts that happen between now and then. So, in the program, we're going to be working through some of this stuff, and it might, like a lot of times when you're doing like energy work and you're doing a lot of shifting, you can get kind of toxic, right? And it's because we're like releasing things, and we're letting go of things. And so this process is going to help us all to detox. There's going to be she's going to do some Reiki, we're going to do meditations, we're going to do some physical processes. I've got a couple other secret little things that we're going to do that's really going to help you to assimilate and integrate the work that we're doing in the course, and really move forward in like quantum leaps. So you're gonna have even more tools to work with, and to be able to focus on improving your bounce back time. And what I mean by that is, we can't all stay in thrive mode all the time. It's just not realistic. I mean, I really think that if you can do that, you can transcend this planet and like move on beyond this life, right? So I feel like, we get pulled back into survival mode all the time. Things come up with our family. We get triggered, like by past things, or, we're mirroring other things, people are mirroring things to us that hurt us and bring us back to remembering pain and suffering. And, that brings us back into survival mode. And so, improving your bounce back from getting stuck in survival mode and getting back to thrive mode very quickly is what you want, because I mean, that's the tools that help you to stay as your higher self, so that you can act from that place rather than reacting from, the lower chakras and keeping yourself stuck and feeling, like you can't move forward in a positive way, or you can't take the actions that you want, or, like you're not able to manifest the things that you want because, you keep getting stuck in the same old thing, right? And so this call is really going to help you to improve that bounce back time and just shift and integrate all of the things that you're learning into a way. And then the Reiki is going to help you to really, just like work out some of that old stuff, so that we can like physically let go of it and energetically let go of it, so we can move forward into staying our higher selves. So this call is, and it's only the people that sign up, by the 29th, and that sign up for both of our things are going to get there. So if you purchase both, you can email me, you can respond to the email, the invite, or any of my emails, and let me know that you purchased both, and I'll add you to the group that is able to take part in this call. And there's going to be other bonuses too. This is just one of them. So they're secret, and you won't find out until you join. So, but you're going to love them. So don't doubt that. But this is just like the tip of the iceberg for that bonus. So let's read it up.
Yeah, so let's jump into our last meditation for tonight. So I'm going to talk a little bit, and then I'll play some music, but I want to invite you guys tonight for a choice. So you can either place your one hand on the top of your head and one hand on your solar plexus, or you could do one hand on your solar plexus and one hand on your heart. I'm going to let you guys do whatever you feel most called to do tonight. And let me start playing some music. And so I want you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in. And I want you to reimagine that white and pink light flowing through your body that we had before. And I want you to just allow whatever is meant to come up right now to be released. and to fill yourself back up with love. Whenever you're ready, you can come back to the room. And like I mentioned before, please have some water tonight. Yes. Cheers. And so I totally forgot to mention one thing for you guys. Today, I got more jars. So I finally have all the ingredients that I need for the candles that I make. For those of you who don't know, I make hidden crystal intention candles. And so I have love, power, abundance, and healing. But right now, I only have power up because everything else is sold out. So I will be making candles all of tonight and tomorrow, and hopefully I will have more love, abundance, and healing for next week, because I know a lot of you guys have been asking me about it. But yeah, sorry to throw that on you after Reiki. You're muted. Or no,
Okay.
you're not.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just seeing if you could lip read.
Oh,
Just kidding. I muted my mic.
I'm actually pretty good at that, but I couldn't that time.
You also have really amazing healing boxes coming up too. I think you should mention those too, because I want one.
Okay, so I'm doing a beginner's meditation box just because I'm somebody who has a lot of resistance towards sitting still. And I have found that for me, meditating with a candle flame has been my favorite way of doing it. So I'm making like a little ritual box. It's going to have this smudge spray in it. Focus. Okay. So the smudge spray is basically something you can use instead of sage or Palo Santo. So like this is sage, and this is Palo Santo. So in the meditation kit, it's going to be the spray, a stick of Palo Santo, a selenite crystal. So like this, but like a block, and then instructions on how to meditate, and then a candle, of course. And then I'm making a moon ritual box because I do moon rituals every month for the full moon and the new moon. And I thought it would just be fun. So it's it's a moon ritual box with bath salts, incense, loose leaf sage with a little shell, a notepad, a pen, a candle, and some desert rose crystals. So there's going to be those two boxes coming out. They're going to be cute. They're going to be like little. I've ordered the boxes yesterday. They're like 7 inches by 5. So like a little box.
Cute.
Yeah. So it's all cute. This is only 2 ounces. Oh, and there's clear quartz in here, and everything's Reiki infused. Everything that I do, whether it be the candles or the sprays or the bath salts, like it's all Reiki infused just to help amplify the healing and help with clearing up blockages. So those will be coming to my Etsy shop within the next 2 or 3 weeks. I just need a few more things. And then the candles will be up soon. I just have to make all of them.
And I feel like I really wanted to partner with you because what you do really, really, really amplifies what I do. And what I do amplifies what you do. And so I think it's really amazing to find people like that in the world to collaborate with, because I mean, our energy synergistically is so much more powerful than just each of us alone.
Yeah.
And so, combining modalities and rituals and, different intentions together can really amplify your energy and your intentions. And so, working with different people's, like qualities and strengths and things like that. We're not all here to do everything. We're not, like I could do I've made candles before. I've made smudge sprays. I've made, but it's like, that's not what lights me up. And so like the energy in them isn't going to be as strong as they are when you make them, because that's what lights you up. That energizes you. And so that's why we all need to pay attention to what authentically like bring our desires and what brings us joy, so that we can all support each other and work together in synergy. And so collaborations are going to be really important in this new year. And so pay attention to those people around you that do the things that that really, you know, amplify what you do, and joining together and joining forces is something that can really propel you both forward, you know, stronger than if you're just doing something alone. So yeah. So, you know, we could oh good, you put your
Yeah,
your
and
link
I'll
in the
put
chat.
I'll put my website in the chat as well. But
Okay, cool.
I before you wrap up, but I really just want to say thank you everybody for being here with us. And like when I was sending the Reiki, the energy felt so strong. In the beginning, it kind of felt like I wanted to like cry a little bit, or like, you know, I also felt like that like heart racing kind of anxiety types of feelings. But how Reiki works for me a lot of times is that I will feel physically what other people are actually feeling in their body. But there's so many of us here. Do you know what I mean? But it did feel just so powerful and so loving. And so it's always an honor. Like it's just always an honor for me to send Reiki to somebody else and to be able to just offer that. So I do thank you for letting me send you some Reiki tonight.
And we all appreciated it. I felt it. I love doing Reiki with you. I love getting your energy. The other night I was able to like I was like falling asleep. It was like so relaxing. I had such a good night that night too, and my body, I felt less pain because I've been going through some like shoulder issues because like, you know, 46, you know, what are you gonna do? You know, just like so it's like the energy that you sent really helped me physically and emotionally. I was like feeling like angry and like ready to like cut people, and like I felt so much calmer afterwards. It was so nice. And so it was nice to have this little session, but an hour with you is really incredible. It's like what we just did times 100. I mean, it's so much more powerful, you know, and being able to lay down and relax and like, you know, talk to you before, because I love how you pulled the cards, and you also do a thing where you're like you check out where the chakras are and stuff like that, and I like really enjoyed that. Yeah, with your pendulum. Yeah. And so it feels really intense and like powerful and healing and individual, and like you know, like you're able to really tap into my energy specifically, you know, like so a session with you is always just really powerful for me. So I'm really grateful that, you know, we all got a little taste of that tonight, but an hour with you honestly is like a million times more intense than that even. So
and to clarify, we were on Zoom. So I live in New Jersey and Anne's in California. So
yeah,
it
so
works virtually. It's not just,
it really does.
yes.
Yeah. You don't have to be in person to like actually feel it. That's how powerful it is. So do we want to open it up? I have a little bit of time before I have to do anything. Do we want to open up for any questions or anything? I'd love to hear how you feel. Anybody's, you know, whatever came up for you during any of the meditations, anything that, you know, you want to share, like we're totally open for that. I would love to hear your experiences, or, you know, anything that you feel like sharing. I would love to hear. So